You guys probably know that I have no great love for Rian Johnson or Ruin Johnson or any number of other monikers you would like to tie to this man, but he's just not my favorite, my favorite human being in the world, and he has some creativity and he knows kind of what he's doing when he writes and directs things. And so you have to give him his due, and I always will. Now, he came out with a Knives Out film that was rather appealing to a broad market, and it was very well received. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and that inspired Netflix to hire the man to do two exclusive follow-up sequels. One of those is it's kind of available now, but not for a very long period of time. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, let's dive into Netflix's strategy when it comes to Glass Onion. So Glass Onion is the follow-up to Rian Johnson's Knives Out. In fact, it's actually titled a Knives Out mystery. And to me, and probably many folks out there, including Brian over at the Popcast, this is probably one of the most terrible titles you could come up with. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, doesn't roll off the tongue. And I'm not sure how appealing, this is overall. It's just from that particular standpoint. According to some, though, the film is very enjoyable. But there's a weird strategy here by Netflix, and it's probably in service of some larger aspirations for the streaming service, which, let's be fair, they've been trying to get more positive recognition from the industry than they've ever been able to garner. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Now, you have Detective Benoit Blanc, who's played by Daniel Craig, again, prominently featured here. And, aside from it should go without saying aspect of this character, we learn that they're into same-sex partnerships, which, again, it doesn't matter. It's an adult film. So I don't know why anybody would care, other than they actually did a decent job, according to most, of just putting that out there as matter of fact or happenstance and moving on. Just really the best way to go about it. And what's funny is everybody that's seen this isn't seeing it on Netflix yet. In fact, guess what? You won't see the film on Netflix until deep into December. About a month, or a little over a month, or no, I take that back. A little under a month from when this film actually wraps up in theaters. And this is where it gets weird. Netflix put it in theaters. Not just some. A lot. 600 plus, in fact. Including the big three. Which, of course, AMC kind of dominates the marketplace, and they have them there. So you can check it out at an AMC, Regal, a Cinemark, and probably some other independent theaters as well, which is pretty bonkers. But look, it doesn't actually hit streaming until the 23rd. So if you want to see this film, you're running out of time, because I think the end run is Tuesday, which is why if you're watching this on Monday, you got a day and a half, 2 days most to get a chance to see this thing. And other than that, you just wait until it comes out on the 23rd of December, which you might be primed for based on word of mouth. And maybe that was also part of the strategy here. When you look at the way Netflix is going about things, you can understand why they're doing it, why they're putting it in theaters, especially over a holiday weekend, when as of Saturday, it had already hit about $12 million in box office receipts. So it's going to have a pretty bang up weekend over the holiday. Well, of course, anything's a bang up weekend if you compare it to Strange World, which is the catastrophic Disney release that we're certainly going to be talking about today as well. But it's fascinating to me. And again, it puts it in a position where maybe it'll get some awards. And so it's got a shot at some different kinds of awards too, all within the same period of time. This is interesting planning. I wonder if they meant to do that. But I think you're going to start seeing more Netflix films like this either premiere like this or possibly run in theaters prior for their release on streaming. And they would be in pretty good company, because if you look at the way things have been happening at Disney, they put something in a theater for a little period of time and then they drop it on their streaming service. So why not Netflix? Now, according to the article here in Variety's VIP section about the strategy here, it seems like there had already been an article that I must have missed in the Wall Street Journal. It was reported that top Netflix executives have pushed Sarandos to experiment with releasing more Netflix original films broadly in theaters. And it says here, and I quote, "While theater owners were reportedly blindsided and irked by the co-CEO's comment on the earnings call, according to The Hollywood Reporter, Glass Onion has been described as the first of several tests trying to determine what kind of financial windfall an exclusive run in theaters could generate for Netflix." I wonder if they've caught on to something here. And congratulations if they have, by the way, because according to some numbers, Knives Out performed rather strongly in the holiday weekend that it opened in 2019, racking up a 5-day total of $41.4 million. And that essentially recouped its entire reported production budget in one foul swoop. Fascinating. Netflix is kind of hoping that Glass Onion can do decent business in the same slot, which I think it's already proven that it has. They're looking at a 3-day of 6 and a obviously 5-day of 11. And as I mentioned, I already think it's at 12, at least going forward through the holiday weekend. That number could climb. The question is, will that actually put this film above several that are opening this weekend, like Strange World? Well, it's clearly Strange World, and the Fablemans is a car crash. I'm not sure what else is out there that would be appealing. I mean, the only real adult film I think that's in theaters is Glass Onion. I think Yellow Flash was talking about that over the weekend. I find it absolutely fascinating. It looks like Devotion is going to finish second to it. Strange World will finish second. Bones and All is tanking. And obviously the Fablemans, like I mentioned, some interesting box office numbers. So I think this may be part of a broader part of the strategy going forward at Netflix. It also can explain why they spent about $450 million for the rights to the next two Knives Out sequels. So I think they're really pushing forward, and they're getting free marketing through their own service to service the audience. This is brilliant. I hope it works, and I hope it kind of gives us a framework for how some of these other streaming companies might work in the future. I think they really need to, if they're going to try to draw attention to some things that they want you to see that maybe have broader appeal than they initially present. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think this is a brilliant move, a brilliant strategy by Netflix? Do you think that this gives them a lot of room in the future to do something different and get some things out there for awards and such? Do you think other services will follow their lead? And do you expect or plan to see this film yourself? Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. A terrible name. You should have added that part at the end, I think. But hey, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and hopefully we can have a conversation about this one, because I'm fascinated. All these kinds of things where it's like, we're experimenting with the audience here, we're experimenting with the audience here. Sometimes those lead to amazing results. I mean, it's how you ended up with 4D concept theaters, right? The 4DX theaters and stuff that occasionally are quite thrilling to go to. I'm just curious what you think. So let's have a conversation down below. Let's see what we can get going down there. And of course, support independent creators here on these platforms, because they absolutely, they need it. We need it. I need it. Okay. The like, the share, the subscription, all of that stuff is incredibly important. The comments especially drive engagement, and it builds channel volume, video consumption up, which we absolutely need. We also need the channels to grow and get to more and more people. So yeah, if you've got socials, you wouldn't mind sharing out the videos that you enjoy, Everybody's going to appreciate that. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. And don't forget to check out my Rumble at rumble.com/CultureCasino.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.